All right. Oh, it's good morning. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Brad, and I'll be leading our class today. For those of you who are joining us here in our center in Dallas, and those of you who are joining us online or you're joining us from the Shreveport Library, we welcome you today. Maybe you've been with us before, maybe this is your first time. So we'd like to always begin with just a quick introduction in case you're joining us online for the first time or we have new people here today, and we do today. So we'll just kind of explain a little about how this meditation works, and then we'll dive right in and we'll have the experience of meditation today. So I would say, we're here to meditate, and maybe we're here, for similar reasons, or maybe they're slightly different. But maybe in general, when we think of meditation, we're looking for something to perhaps, give us more balance in life. Maybe to, quiet our minds down. Does anyone in our room today have anything that you're kind of looking for that you hope meditation might bring into your life? Anyone want to share anything? No, that's a great answer. So one of the answers was, in case you couldn't hear, connecting more to our feelings and what we're feeling, and then being in the moment, feeling in the moment. These are all great answers, and this is something that I think many people are looking for. What is this? What is a way, a technique, or something I can learn to help me be more, live my life more in the present, more authentically, to be myself, to be my best, maybe to overcome challenges that we experience, all those things. And I will tell you, all those things are possible with this meditation. These things do happen. And I'll tell you that we're designed to be that better self. We're made to be that better self. Sometimes we just don't realize it, or we don't feel it, or we don't know how to tap into it, but it's there. It's all designed. We're made that way. That's what this chart behind me represents. And I'll go into a little more detail about this. This is what we call our subtle system. And a simple way to think about this is we have built inside of us qualities built inside that make us human, that set us apart. And so these are qualities like wisdom, um, simplicity, peace, compassion, uh, courage, forgiveness. You can see some of them written here on the chart. They're literally built inside of us, inside of our nervous system. We have these qualities built inside, and help us. They're almost like superpowers that we have to deal with everything that's happening in life. Whether you meditate or you don't meditate, life is still happening. Life is still going to come at you. Work, life, relationships. Life happens. But meditation, in this particular meditation, helps give you the tools to help you deal with life as it comes at you. Helps you be more balanced, strong, and have a stronger foundation in your life. So when things do come again, you don't feel like you're, ready to wobble and topple over. So you can kind of describe it as like roots to help you grow deep. So and you're the tree, and the tree is very strong and sturdy when life comes. So we're built to be that way. One thing I want to talk about this chart. So these qualities that are built inside of us, they're built inside of energy centers that we have inside. We have 7 of them rising up along our spinal column. They start at the base of our spine, and the last one is here on top of our head. These energy centers, you can call them, maybe you've heard the word chakra before. That's what these are. And they're placed at the nerve plexuses inside of our body. So we know about our solar plexus, and we have our aortic plexus, our heart plexus, and so on. Literally, physically, nerves bundled together in these different areas. And it's from these areas that these qualities are, again, built inside, but also these chakras or these energy centers are responsible for how you feel every day, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. If these centers inside of you, inside of every one of us, are strong, then we feel that in our life. If maybe they're not as strong as they could be, then we feel that in our life too. So again, all of these centers. And when we're young, when we're small, when we're little, these qualities are really strong, especially chakra number 1. Innocence is the quality of chakra number 1. Innocence, wisdom, that simplicity of a child, of a little kid, That is why we're so drawn to little children, why they're so, fun to be around and fun to watch. And, we're just charmed by them because they have such strong qualities inside of them. Now, we never lose those qualities. We grow up, we become adults, but those qualities never go away. However, decisions we make in life happens again. Maybe some of these qualities, innocence, any of these qualities, peacefulness, forgiveness, they might start to, say, get a little clouded over, as we begin to kind of grow and experience life. But the qualities are never destroyed. They're always there. And in addition to these 7 chakras, does that make sense so far? These 7 centers that we have. And then you see 3 lines on the chart. So this is also part of our nervous system. And these 3 lines are channels of energy. So we have centers of energy and channels of energy. And the channels of energy also, if these channels are strong and healthy, then we feel strong and healthy. The left channel here, it's the channel of our emotional side. It's a channel of our desires come from our left side. So when we have goals in life, things we want to achieve, we all have dreams in life. These are coming from our left side. It's also this channel of our past. All of our past here comes from our left side. And then the right side is the opposite of that. The right side is the planning side. That's where we are more of our analytical side. It's the side of our future, the futuristic side, the planning side. So you can kind of say like our dreams, our desires, our emotions come from the left side. And then the right side is how do I put my, how do I make my dreams come true? What plans do I have to put in place to make, to realize my desires in life? So that's the left and the right. The middle line, the white line that you see, the middle line is the present. It's the present. And it's in the present. This is the channel. If this is the past, this is the future, this is the present. The present channel is where we grow, we improve ourselves. You could say we evolve in our lifetime. We learn from our mistakes. We start to become more mature. We learn and we ascend in our central channel. It's challenging. It can be challenging to change, to lose bad habits if we're stuck in the past or we're stuck in the future. We want to be in the present, and then it's much easier to grow when we're in the present. However, how do you get there? That's the thing. How do we get into the present moment? How do we make sure that all of these 7 centers that we have are functioning at their best? Again, life happens. We make decisions in life. Sometimes things happen to us, and maybe something has gone a little bit out of balance. We don't really connect how we're feeling every day back to this system inside. But through meditation, which is kind of what you mentioned a little bit, Carolina, is that how can I get more connected to how I'm feeling? This is how you get more connected, because you start to understand the system inside on a new, more deeper level. How the system is affecting your life every day, the health of the system. Another example I'll give you about these channels here, this left and this right, how it might affect our lives. So the left channel, it's our past. Again, our past is here, our emotional side. And if this channel is not in proper balance, we might start to feel a little bit down, as an example. We start to feel a little blue. We go through a blue period, get into a funk. That's why, because this left channel is a little bit out of balance. Sometimes the past maybe is always in our attention. Like we think a lot about the past, comes into our mind a lot. We're thinking about something that happened, and often because we're human, we kind of focus, or the thoughts that are coming into our mind are maybe things that weren't so positive that happened to us. It's kind of maybe some bad experiences kind of keep coming into our mind, and it kind of drags us down, this left side here. When this becomes really heavy and persistent, then we can start to feel depressed. It can actually accelerate to feeling depressed. So depression that we experience, and we've all experienced these feelings, they come from a left side that's out of balance. And the right side is the opposite of that. So the right side is when we might get into a mode where it's go, 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 go. Cannot relax, cannot slow down. going, going, going. And not just physically, but mentally, the thoughts just cannot shut it down. Going, going, going. So this is when this is a little can be out of balance on our right side. We've all experienced that too. We might even feel these things in the same day. You get up, you're going, 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 going. You come home at the end of the day and you just absolutely collapse because we're so exhausted. So a lot of this exhaustion too that we feel is coming from our thinking. We all are thinking, thinking, thinking from the time we wake up to the time we're laying in bed at night trying to fall asleep. Our mind never shuts down. And, we're not out, most of us, digging ditches or, doing huge physical work, but why are we all so tired all the time? We're exhausted because our mind is constantly working overtime. And it's very challenging. Again, how do I quiet that down? All that can happen with this meditation. Your mind can become quieted. Your qualities inside can start to really shine in you. You may find, if you practice and in time, that you have strengths or talents that you didn't really know were there. As the system begins to become cleared out and more in balance, the left and the right channel too, they become more balanced. And so being present isn't a challenge. You become in the present automatically. Again, little kids with all those qualities and all that innocence, they were always in the present. Little children are always in the present. We were all little children. We were all there too. We were all living in the moment, and we can get that back again. So how? How do we do that? How do we get that back? How do we become more balanced? And this is all natural, by the way. I'd say it's all built inside of you, and it's about understanding it and tapping into it. So there's one more thing built inside on our chart here. There's a little triangle at the base of the spine. You might see that little illustration there, and that is our sacrum bone. That's what that little triangle represents. Our sacrum bone. Then inside of our sacrum bone is an energy. So has anyone heard of Kundalini before? Heard that word before? Kundalini? Yes. Okay. So Kundalini, let's define Kundalini because there's a lot of information about Kundalini that you can find online or wherever you might go. And the truth about Kundalini is this is a positive, dormant in most of us, loving energy that we all have inside of us. Inside of our sacrum bone, a mothering energy. So in this meditation, we'll refer often to this energy as she or mother, because like a mother, she knows all about you. She knows all about these centers that you have inside. She knows all about what's going on inside of you. She sees the challenges you might face in life. She sees your dreams. She sees your potential. And she's just waiting for the opportunity to rise, to be awakened and to rise. And when she rises, anything that's inside of us that's maybe a little clouded or maybe a little bit out of balance or needs some nourishment, like a mother, she takes care of you. So she starts to rise and push out anything that's not, in your best interest and good for you inside. She nourishes you from the inside. That's how these qualities inside of you start to automatically bloom, you could say, bloom inside of you. So you become automatically more peaceful, more balanced, more loving, more forgiving, all of these things, because your energy is rising. And she's giving you, imagine, she's giving you that nourishment. So what has been nourishing us from the inside? Nothing really. Nothing really nourishes us from the inside. We're just living our lives. And there's nothing to really kind of replenish us when we're, stressed or, having a tough time or whatever the case may be. Nothing really brings us back into balance, has not yet, but that's what our energy is for. So you can restore this system inside of you automatically. So she rises all the way up again, and then she comes to this point here. And this one's important in our chart here. I just want to move this over just a little bit. This one's important because our left channel and our right channel cross over here. And they form a blockage right here. And our thoughts, so let's talk about that thinking, all that thinking that we're doing, that's exhausting us, that's tiring us, the thoughts are coming from the left and they're coming from the right. They're coming from our past and they're from our future. And this is our mind. This is our mind. So all the thoughts bubble up, like we talked about. Thoughts from the past, maybe something's happened to us. Maybe something happened at work yesterday that's still bothering us. Maybe something that happened at work 10 years ago that's still bothering us. They still keep coming up into our mind. It's coming up from the past and the future. Maybe we're thinking about, okay, after today's class, I've got to go to Costco and I've got to run a few errands. And, that's kind of keeps coming into our mind. Okay, we're human, we're thinking. But then maybe we're thinking about, okay, 10 years from now, where am I going to be? What's my career going to be? Whatever the case might be. So that's where the thoughts come from. And there's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure gets built up because the center is very narrow. And again, it sort of pushes down. These thoughts are pushing down right here on the center here. And when this center isn't open and, functioning at its best, that's when we can start to feel, anger towards others, anger towards ourselves. We might feel judgment towards others, judgment towards ourselves. That's where this comes from. A lot of reactions, things are happening in life and we're reacting to things instead of just kind of watching. So that's where some of what can happen when the center isn't at its best. But when your energy rises to this point, then she opens the center too. And then when that happens, then all of those judgments, anger, frustration, those kinds of things that we experience start to fade automatically. And your thoughts start to fade down too. So instead of having, let's just say, 10 thoughts in a minute, then you start to have 9 thoughts in a minute and 8 thoughts in a minute. And it starts to slowly, your mind becomes more quiet. That is something that happens automatically as well. So that isn't something that you force. Nothing in this meditation is forced. It's all just sort of relaxing and letting it work itself out. Some meditations might have techniques to help you control your thoughts. Maybe you concentrate really, very focused on. It could even be a spot on the wall. I don't know if you've heard of that, something meditation like that, or I've tried one once that was counting backwards. There may be, even just imagining, okay, relax, imagine that you're on a beach somewhere. That's still, those might help to relax you and help to quiet your mind, but your mind is still working on some level. So in this meditation, when your energy rises and reaches this point, your mind really does quiet down. It becomes absolutely quiet. Again, going back to like being children. Little children aren't thinking about, what happened yesterday, what's happening tomorrow. They're just living in the moment. So you regain that again as well. So that's how your thoughts begin to quiet down through this meditation. And one more thing before we get started. Your energy rises to the last point here, and we call that self-realization in this meditation. So what is self-realization? Self-realization is yoga. So our name is Sahaja Yoga Meditation. Sahaja means born with you, built inside of you. That's what we've just been talking about. All of the system, all these qualities that are built inside of you. We have incredible strength inside of us. Our energy inside of us, incredibly strong, loving energy. So that's the Sahaja part. Yoga means connection, something higher than yourself. So your Kundalini, your energy, when she reaches this point, she gives you yoga. Yoga takes place. You become connected with that energy, that power that created the universe, you could say. So whatever you feel comfortable with, the divine energy, the power of love, God, the divine, you become connected to that automatically. And then that is, again, that's called self-realization. And then what is that? What happens then? What does that mean? So one of the things that happens when you get your self-realization and your energy rises all the way up to the top here, literally exits here, is that this system inside that's maybe a mystery, I don't really know, what's going on inside of me, it happens like we talked about. You begin more connected with it. You're going to feel it more. Literally, physically feel it. You can physically feel it on your hands. So you may have seen how this chart shows hands with color coding on the fingertips. All of our hands, all of our fingers are connected to these centers inside. So in time, when you're meditation, some people feel it the first time, some people it takes a little bit of practice, but you start to feel the health of your system on your hands. Your hands start to talk to you, and they tell you, what's healthy, what's not healthy, through little sensations, tingling, pricking sensations, coolness, warmth. You start to feel what's going on. It's like almost, it's getting another sense, gaining a new sense about yourself, and it's very empowering because you can start to feel yourself. You start to understand yourself. People have said, great people in history, that you should know yourself, know thyself, know thyself. This is how. This is how you really know yourself. And then through this understanding, you can kind of guide yourself. So let's say my left channel, we talked about how if that starts to get a little bit out of balance, we can start to feel down. Sometimes you can kind of slide into a depression and not even realize that you're there. It's very kind of sneaks up on you. But through this understanding about yourself, you start to feel it. You can actually feel it on your hands. So, an example, you might start to feel your left hand, this is your left side, start to feel heavy, start to feel warm, and kind of, oh, okay, what's going on? What am I doing? So it kind of helps you. This little part of your hand here, these parts here represent your left channel. So you might start to feel a little pinching or pricking along here. Everyone's slightly different, but you'll feel it. So it helps you. It helps you, stay more balanced to understand this about yourself. You might, again, feel coolness on your hands, warmth. You might feel that today. You might even feel it on top of your head. Because when your energy exits here, it's literally like a little fountain of energy that you can start to feel with your hand on top of your head here. So that's the basics of how this meditation works. It's all built inside of you. It doesn't require any kind of, again, any really effort on your part. That's another meaning of Sahaja Yoga Meditation. Sahaja means born with you, but it also means spontaneous, effortless. It's part of your nervous system, so your nervous system works without any effort, and so does this. And automatically, with practice, your energy starts to rise more and more and more, and you become more and more and more balanced. Does that make sense to everybody? Anybody have any questions about it? Okay. All right. Well, let's stop talking and just have the experience. So we do really focus in this meditation on just experiencing it. So keeping an open mind and open heart and just see for yourself. So you can kind of sort of propose it to yourself that, okay, you just heard a hypothesis, you're all scientists, and you're going to just have the experiment and see for yourself. So just keeping that open mind. And we're going to have a guided meditation first. And during that meditation here in Dallas, we're able to do a nice technique of soaking our feet. We soak our feet in salt water while we meditate. And why do we do that? Because this is an all natural meditation, and we use the elements to help us stay balanced. We're made up of the elements. Our chakras are made of the elements. So water, earth, which is the salt, water, earth, air, ether, and fire. Those are the 5 elements. You have a candle. The air is what we breathe. The ether is the atmosphere around us. And then the water and the salt is the earth. So we're going to use the water and salt to help us, especially these lower centers. It helps to clear them out. It helps. So we'll be able to do that here. If you're watching online, if you're watching from home, you don't have the tub to do this. And I'll explain a little bit about more kind of what you need to do this when we get back. But you don't have to. You don't have to do this. You can just enjoy the meditation without it. You can sit on a chair, you can sit on your sofa and enjoy the meditation with us. But we are going to take a quick break while we fill up these tubs. It'll just take 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll be back. And in the meantime, we'll play a little bit of meditative music, so you can just sit quietly, bear with us, and we'll be right back. Thank you. All right. Well, okay, we're back. So let's start our foot soak. For those of you who are watching online, I just want to show you what our foot soak sort of kit is. So this is a great technique for relieving stress, whatever you're feeling. If you've had a long day, I highly recommend this. Well, all you need is just a simple plastic tub like this, something you can get at Walmart and any dollar store. You don't need too much here. You want to buy a little tub like this, and you want to use it only for your foot soaking. Don't use it for cleaning or anything else. Just keep it only for this. And then you want to fill it up about halfway, enough to cover your ankles with not too hot, not too warm water. Just right in the middle is good. As you start to understand yourself a little bit better, maybe if you're more of a left-sided person or a right-sided person, then you kind of know how you can adjust the temperature. So you can do that. But we'll talk about that, in a future class. But just a foot soak tub. You want a cup of fresh water to rinse your feet when you're done, and then some paper towels or something, a cloth to dry your feet, and then the salt that you put in here can be just regular kitchen salt, just table salt. Doesn't have to be anything special. We're kind of recreating the ocean here in our own little tub here. Any kind of salt from the kitchen, don't worry about that. People like to use Epsom salts or scented salts or lavender salts and things like that, and that's okay. But put a little regular salt in there too, just to kind of give that a little more natural feel to it. And that's all you need to do a foot soak. So now here in Dallas, and if you're joining online, let's start our guided meditation now. Again, you don't need to do this. So for our guided meditation, we're going to use our hands to do this. And we use our hands because we have these channels of energy inside of us. This left channel is our desire, and this right channel is our action. So we're going to put our action hand on the left side of our body. Action on the desire side. We want to awaken that desire inside of us. And we're going to first put our hand over our heart. So our left hand will just stay open, just in an open posture. And our right hand is going to be on our heart, like we're pledging allegiance. And then we're going to put our right hand under our ribs. And then we're going to put it on our hip. Move it down here and then back under our rib cage and then back over our heart. And then we have a center right here in our throat. And we're going to put our right hand on the left side of our neck, right here like this. And then we'll move our hand across our forehead. We can head down like this. Then we'll move our hand to the back of our head. We'll lift our head up like this. And then we have this last one here. So this is where our soft spot used to be, last center here. And for that one, we're going to stretch all of our fingers apart. So there's a little bit of a tightness in our palm. And we're going to press the palm on top of our head like this. And we're going to keep our fingers stretched away from our hair. From our head, we're not going to grab on to our head like that. We want to have our fingers stretched because we're going to massage our scalp in that last step. So that's how we're going to move our hands. And one more thing before we get started. We have this energy inside of us, this mothering energy, this kundalini energy. And we want our energy to rise. We want our energy to nourish us. And we want to feel it. We want to feel it. And so we always start our meditation and end our meditation by what we call raising our energy, using our hands to express that desire inside. We want to feel it. So let's all do that together. And we can walk through it. So we can do this if it's your first time. You just take your left hand and you put your palm towards your body, at the lower part of your body where this energy is located. So left hand just like this. Yep. And the right hand goes in between, just like that. Right. And then your right hand, this is the action hand, remember. So this one starts to move outwardly over your left hand. So it's rotating over your left hand. And then you start to bring both of them up together, the top of your head, and you tie a big knot on top of your head. So you can kind of see you're expressing your desire. I want my energy to rise up and stay up here above all the chatter in my mind. Let's do it a second time. You raise both your hands up. And you tie 2 knots the second time. And then you do it a third time. Both hands come up and you tie 1, 2, 3 knots on top of your head like that. So that's raising our energy. And now for each one of these centers that we have, we put a shield over ourselves. It's called a bandhan. It's a protection. So we put our left hand at our hip, and our right hand touches our left hand, and then our right hand makes a big arch over the top of our head, and then we make a big arch, goes back. So over and back. That's for one. That's for one center. So we have seven. So we do it a total of 7 times. Over and back, 7 times. Over and back. When you start to know where these are located inside of you, you just put your attention on each one as you put on this bandhan, this shield. So that's called the bandhan. Okay, now we're ready. So if you're wearing glasses, you can take off your glasses. We can put our feet in the water here in Dallas. Again, if you're watching from home, you don't have this foot soak, it's okay. You can just keep your feet flat on the ground. Yeah, we're in a suburb of Dallas called Carrollton. So we can put our feet in the water and we will relax ourselves. So we just want to let everything go, relax. Let go of any stress we might be feeling. Just we're going to take some time here for ourselves. Let everything go. The eyes are closed gently, not too tight. Relaxed. Your eyes are relaxed. You can relax your forehead, your eyebrows. Relax your face, your neck, your shoulders. Let go of any tension. We want to be sitting straight. Our back is straight, but not too rigid. So be comfortable in your chair. Relax into your chair. Our legs and arms are relaxed. Our palms are both open on our lap. And then our feet, there's a distance between them. They're not touching each other. So whether we're foot soaking or we're not, we just want to keep a little space between our feet, and they're flat. Keep them flat. And now let's take our right hand and just place it over our heart on the left side. Put our attention on our heart. So our hand and our attention on our heart. And let's begin our meditation by expressing that desire that we talked about. That is the key. That is the key to this experience, to this energy rising, that we just ask for it, that we have that wish in our heart, that we express it. So let's do that. Inside, just quietly to ourselves, we'll express the desire. Please may I experience the peace of meditation. We just say that inside of our heart. Please may I experience the peace of meditation. Please may I feel the comfort, the nourishment of my own energy. Please may I feel the comfort of my own energy. And then keeping our attention here inside our heart, we'll ask ourselves the question, do I have a higher self? Do I have a higher self? And just honestly, sincerely, we can ask the question here as well, am I the spirit? Am I the spirit? Am I the spirit? We ask that 3 times in our heart. Am I the spirit? Now we move our hand to the lower part of our abdomen, the upper part, underneath our ribs, the upper part of our abdomen. We press our hand here. And we put our attention here, and we ask another question about ourselves. The question we ask here, am I my own teacher in life? Am I my own teacher? 3 times. Am I my own teacher? We ask 3 times. Am I my own teacher? And now we move our hand to the lower part of our abdomen. So about hip level, right at your hip, you want to press your hand here. Put all your attention here. Again, we have so much strength, so many qualities built inside of us. And when our energy starts to rise, she nourishes these qualities. They begin to bloom and automatically, show themselves. So let's begin to ask for these qualities. We'll affirm these qualities inside of us. And so the quality here, where our hand is, right at this point, the quality built inside of us is knowledge. So this is a pure knowledge. It's positive knowledge. You can call it a divine inspiration that's inside of us, where all the great science and literature and all the positive things have come from inside, deep inside, divinely inspired. So let's affirm or ask for this quality. And when we do this, we're going to address our own energy. We're going to ask our energy directly, and we're going to refer to her as Mother Energy, Mother Energy. So here, in our heart, keeping that open mind, we're going to say, Mother Energy, please may I have pure knowledge. Let's ask that 6 times. Mother Energy, please may I have pure knowledge. 6 times we ask. Mother Energy, please may I have pure knowledge. We ask 6 times because this energy center, this chakra, has 6 petals like a flower. So 6 times. Mother Energy, may I have pure knowledge. And now we move our hand back under our ribs. And we ask the question here, am I my own teacher? We could say, can I change? Can I improve myself? So the truth is, another quality that we have inside of us is that quality to learn from our mistakes, to improve ourselves, to change, to guide ourselves. So let's say with confidence 10 times, because there are 10 petals here, 10 times in our heart, Mother Energy, I am my own teacher. Mother Energy, I am my own teacher. We say that with confidence in ourselves, believing in yourself. I can teach myself. I can learn from the past. 10 times, Mother Energy, I am my own teacher. Now we move our hand back to our heart. Put our attention in our heart. You can put our attention deep down in our heart. Again, nice and relaxed. We asked the question here, do I have a higher self? Am I the spirit? And the truth is, every one of us, we do have a higher self. We are the spirit, and that spirit resides in our heart. So we want to affirm that with confidence. We want to say that inside our heart. We want to say 12 times, 12 petals, 12 times. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. When we say this in our heart, when we affirm this, our spirit responds. Our spirit responds. That simple statement. Above everything else in my life, the highest that I am is the spirit. Take our right hand and we put it on the left side of our neck. The left side. And then we can turn our head a little to the right so our hand fits right where our neck and our shoulder meet. And we put our attention right here. We talked in the beginning about the past, the future, and the present, how all these channels of energy are inside of us. And we want to be in the present. We want to be in the present because that is where we grow and we improve ourselves. And that can be challenging to do if we're stuck in the past. So there's something we can do for ourselves, something we need to do for ourselves. And that is to let go of any guilt. If we do feel guilty, to let it go, to just release it, to let it go. So here, we're going to say in our hearts 16 times, 16 petals here, 16 times, Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. If we feel guilty, it accumulates right here, and we carry it around on our shoulders. So just let it go. I can't change the past, but I can change going forward. So I'm not going to feel guilty. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. 16 times. And now we put our right hand across our forehead. We can bend our head down and just let our head rest on our palm. So here, without counting, just with sincerity in your heart, we can say, Mother Energy, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Mother Energy, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. This quality, this power of forgiveness is built in right here. Mother Energy, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I let go of everything and I forgive. And now we move our hand to the back of our head. So here we will keep our eyes closed, but lift your head up now. So you're bending your head back on your hand and it's as if you're looking up at the sky. So this is the same energy center we have, the center of forgiveness inside of us. And on this side, on the back side, from our heart, we just very simply say, "Oh Divine, please forgive me if I've made any mistakes. Oh Divine, please forgive me if I've made any mistakes." We just want to let everything go. And now we take our right hand and we place the palm of our hand at the very top of our head. We can bend our head down again a little bit here. Push our hand down. And we're going to massage our scalp. We're going to massage our scalp in a circle, in a circular motion. So we're going to move our hand over to the left, down towards the front, towards your forehead, then over to the right, and then all the way back. So left, front, right, and back. That's the circle you want to make. We're massaging our scalp, and we're going to make 7 of these circles nice and slow. And with each circle, we're going to ask from our heart. We're going to ask from our heart. Let's put all of our attention here. We're going to ask from our heart, Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. So 7 circles, 7 times we ask, Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. That's when your energy rises all the way to the top of your head. And it's all built inside of you. We're all designed this way, no matter where we're from or what we look like. We all have this inside of us. So it's yours for the asking. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. When you've finished, we can just put our hand back on our lap. So we'll just sit quietly for just a moment with both of our palms open, our eyes are closed gently, relaxed in your chair. For just a moment, let's hold our attention at the very top of our head. See if you can hold your attention there without stressing about it, but just try and hold it there if you can. Let's slowly open our eyes now, and we'll end our meditation. We want to end our meditation by raising our energy 3 times. We put on the shield 7 times. And then here in Dallas, we rinse our feet with a cup of water. We're going to dispose of our water, and we'll be right back. If you're watching from home, again, we'll just play some quiet music for you, and just bear with us for a couple of minutes, and we'll be right back. So thank you all for being patient as we got prepared for our next meditation. I hope that people feel a little more relaxed after that. And if you are feeling more relaxed, it isn't because of anything that I did. It's just this is the power of your own energy to relax you, to calm you down. Again, this is all built into our nervous system, and so literally your energy is rising and soothing your nerves down from the inside. So you feel relaxed from the inside out. And imagine every day practicing 5-10 minutes, how it kind of builds, and you start to feel relaxed every day, and it kind of starts to carry over into your everyday life. Um, Again, we talked about life happens, and you become just more able to deal with things. You might find strength in yourself that you didn't realize you had. So that's a little taste of the meditation. We'll have another one here, another guided meditation. But before we do that, I just want to speak a little bit about this particular brand of meditation and how it was started. And it was began in 1970 by Sri Mataji. She's the lady that you see in the photograph here. And Sri Mataji, this knowledge, this understanding of this system inside, this goes back thousands of years. This is ancient knowledge that comes from the East. It comes from India. And people have known about this Kundalini for a long, long time. That's why you see so much information about it. Some of it might be correct, some of it may not be correct. But what Sri Mataji, her special gift was she had a deep understanding of how this worked from a very young age. And she was able to explain it to people in a way that they could understand, make it accessible to everyone, no matter, again, where you're from, what part of the world you're from. She traveled extensively all over the world, teaching people about this meditation, helping them understand how this works. And she did it not as a business, but as a nonprofit. So we are a nonprofit organization all over the world. There are chapters or centers like this that you find. The language is different, but it's all the same because this is how, again, we're all built the same inside, no matter what part of the world we're from. And so that was very important to Sri Mataji that we keep it without, making it a business. There's no bottom line. Nobody is employed. We're all volunteers. And I'm here because I came here just like you and gave it a try, and it's really started to work. And so I kept at it. I wanted to see for myself. And after a few months, I really started to feel the benefits. So that's what I would recommend for all of you. Just give it, if this is your first time and you're just giving it a try, just give it 3 months. Doesn't cost anything. What can it hurt? See for yourself. See if it works for you. It's really up to you. It's your own experience. We talk about that a lot. It's your own personal experience. So that's the foundation of this meditation. So we have about 15 minutes left. So let's just have one more meditation together. And we can just sit quietly again. We can close our eyes. Again, if we're wearing glasses, we can take our glasses off. In this meditation, we're just going to focus on some of these different qualities that we have inside. So we'll keep our feet flat on the ground. Our palms are open. They're facing upwards. In this meditation, we just hold our hands in a receiving posture. Your hands are just open and ready to receive. And we're relaxed in our chair. We just want to let everything go. Again, we'll just keep our heart and our mind open. So very first thing, let's take both of our hands and put both of our palms towards the ground. So if you could reach down, your hands are flat on the ground, both palms just facing towards the ground. And we're going to put our attention at the very base of our spine. So at our sitting bone, in the center of your sitting bone. Doesn't have to be perfect, just in that area. You want to put your attention there. Your system knows. So just put your attention in that general area right on your sitting bone. And this is the very first center that we talked about. And we're going to focus on this one for a moment because it is so important to the rest of this system inside of us. It is the foundation that everything else sits on. Everything rests on this, even this Kundalini, this powerful mothering energy. Even she rests on top of this. So if this is a little shaky, then, the whole system's a little shaky. And we want to be balanced. We want to be strong. So we put our attention here, and this meditation is so simple. These qualities are already there. They're built inside. We just ask. We're asking. We're asking our energy to awaken them inside of us, to clear away anything that's not good for us, and just make us brighter and cleaner and stronger inside. So we ask, Mother Energy, please bless me with wisdom. Please make me a wise person. Please, Mother Energy, please uncomplicate my life. Please make me a simple person. Simple, uncomplicated. Please make this first center strong. So the quality is wisdom, and it's innocence. So innocence, not like naive or childish, but just uncomplicated. Pure, you could say. Pure of your heart, pure of your mind. So please make me an innocent person. Not trying to put one over on somebody, but just honest. So please make this center strong. Please give me that balance. Please give me a sense of direction in my life. When the center is strong, a better sense of direction in life. So we'll just keep our attention here for just a moment, just with our attention on those qualities inside. To be pure, to be innocent, to be simple, uncomplicated. We can play a little bit of light music as we meditate. We can put both of our hands back on our lap. And now we'll move our attention just a few inches higher. So we were on our sitting bone. We want to move our attention between our hips and our sitting bone. So again, doesn't have to be exact, but in the center, right in that area, we're going to put our attention on our Kundalini. So it's a sacrum bone at the base of our spine. So not quite our sitting bone, but it's a little higher. Just move your attention just in the general area. And we want to put our attention on this energy. This is a wonderful way to meditate at home, to just put your attention on your own energy and to have that desire in your heart to express it. So we'll express here, please may my energy nourish me. Please may my energy nourish me. Please may I feel this nourishment, this comfort. This is a comforting energy. Relaxes you. So please may this energy rise. The more we meditate, the more we stick to our practice, then the more of this energy rises. The more and more, it's limitless, and it grows in strength. So with our attention here for just a moment, we'll keep that desire in our heart. Mother Energy, please nourish me from the inside. Please may I feel this comfort, the comfort of this energy. Let's move our attention now to our navel, and we can put our right hand over our navel. So this center is the center of peace and satisfaction inside of us. Peace comes from inside. It comes from inside. Peace isn't something that comes from outside. So imagine how the world could change if everyone was peaceful inside. And we all have that. We all have that quality. It can happen. So we'll ask here, Mother Energy, please make me a peaceful person. Please make me a satisfied person. Please awaken that inner peace inside of me. Just quietly holding your attention where your hand is. Mother Energy, please make me a peaceful person. Another quality here. Mother Energy, please guide my personal growth in life. Please help me to grow, to improve. If we're seeking depth in our lives, what is the meaning of my life? How can I make my life more meaningful? This center helps us in that pursuit of seeking something higher than ourselves. So please guide that growth, that seeking in me. Let's move our hand now to the center of our chest. This is our center heart. And we'll put our attention here. Left hand just stays open, nice and relaxed. Mother Energy, please open up my heart. Please open my heart. If we are fearful, if we have insecurities, they can affect our heart right here. But our energy removes those things, removes any imbalances, removes fear, removes insecurity. Mother Energy, please make me a courageous person, fearless person. Open my heart, expand my heart. Help me to be a trusting person, a loving person, compassionate. Please open my heart. Let's move our hand now. You can just put our hand at the base of our throat. You just gently place your hand at the base of your throat, where the fifth center resides. So if we saw on the chart, the quality listed is collectivity, and that means a sense of oneness with other people. a camaraderie, a brotherhood, that we're all in this together. We're all connected. So please awaken that quality in me. We can also ask, Mother Energy, please make me an effective communicator. Please make my speech kind and make my speech focused and clear and concise. Please remove any negativity from the way that I speak. Let's take our hand and put it across our forehead again. We can rest our head again on our palm. And all of these qualities, all of these centers, they're also important. This one too, very important here. Because our mind is constantly working and churning and thinking and thinking. So here we just want to let everything go. We can just say, I forgive everyone and myself. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And when that happens, when this power of forgiveness begins to really open and this center opens, then your energy is crosses over and slows your thoughts down automatically. That's called thoughtless awareness, when your mind becomes peaceful, no thoughts. Very alert, but quiet. So we can ask, Mother Energy, please may I experience thoughtless awareness. Please quiet my mind. Please soothe my mind. And now we'll keep our head bent down and stretch our fingers one more time and place the palm of our right hand at the very top of our head again. We'll put all of our attention here. So focus all your attention where your hand is. And then we want to recall that wish, that desire that we started with. When we asked, I want to feel this meditation. I want to experience it. So let's put our heart here. We express that in our heart. So that wish in our heart, we put that here at the top of our head. Our heart is here. Our hand is here. And all of our attention is here. And let's rotate one more time. 7 times. Left, front, right, and back. And again, 7 times. This time, 7 times in our heart, we'll ask, Mother Energy, please may I experience the peace of meditation. Mother Energy, please may I experience the peace of meditation. 7 times. Mother Energy, please may I experience the peace of meditation. And then we put our hand back on our lap. And let's just keep our eyes closed for a moment. So there's a few things we can do as we meditate. We can hold our attention at the very top of our head. The more you meditate, that becomes easier. If that feels a little challenging, just put your hand over your heart like you're pledging allegiance and put your attention inside your heart. You can meditate with your attention inside your heart. And you can also try putting your attention in your heart and the top of your head at the same time. Put your attention in both places and just let everything go. So let's end our meditation now, and we can do that by raising our energy. We raise our energy 3 times. So thank you to everyone for coming today. I hope everyone is feeling the peace. And what do we do now? When we've had this experience, we did a lot of things today. We moved our hands in a lot of different places, and I don't expect you all to remember all of that. We even did the foot soak. But if you can, find 5-10 minutes out of your day, whatever works for you. I do it in the morning and a little in the evening, but you find the time that's best for you. Find a quiet space in your house and, shut the door and raise your energy. That's how you want to start. If you don't remember exactly, it doesn't matter. Just do the best you can, because it's all about what's in your heart, really. It's not about moving your hands. It's about what's in your heart. But raise your energy 3 times, put on the shield 7 times, open up your palms, put on some quiet music like we did, something instrumental, and just put your hand, you can do 3 steps. Put your hand on your heart to begin with. Express that desire. I want to feel this meditation. I want to feel relaxed like I did on Saturday. Please may I feel that again. And you can put your hand across your forehead. Every day, I forgive. Every day. Multiple times if necessary. I forgive everything and I forgive myself. Let it all go. And then put your hand on top of your head and put your attention here and just rotate, massage. It helps, to put your attention here, and then just say again, I want to experience this meditation, and then just sit quietly. Listen to the music 5 minutes. When you're done, raise your energy again, and then just go on your day. And then come back next Saturday and we'll talk about it and we'll see how it went. Um, so thank you all so much for joining us online, Shreveport. You can watch. We have weeks and weeks of these meditations online on our YouTube channel. You can watch anytime at home. One more quick, great resource is freemeditation.com. It's all one word, freemeditation.com. There are guided meditations like today. There's music like we listened to. There's information there that can help you. I think there's even like a week's worth of guided meditations. You can listen to a different one every day. So give it a try, and